You're watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight. We all know the pandemic has been devastating this year, costing lives and livelihoods.
Yeah, and even as a vaccine finally starts distribution, the economic impact is going to linger for years to come. Voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach, talked to Athletics Director Mitch Barnhart about the implications for Kentucky sports in 2021.
Earlier today, the board met and you presented the kind of what the picture looks like as best you can, because there's a lot of things that are far from certain in terms of costs and revenue, right?
Well, we're 6 months into our fiscal year, our fiscal year, what you would call our academic calendar year. And it was a good place for us to be able to take a snapshot and be able to say, what does it look like? We knew that coming into football, we had planned a budget in May and June, and we planned it on a certain number of dollars and people in our stands, thinking that we would be able to get our stadium close to full. Then the pandemic got worse, and we were restricted to 20% in Kroger Field. Basketball season comes around, we're restricted to 15% in Rupp Arena and Memorial Coliseum. It severely impacted our ability to drive the things that allow our program to function, and that's the revenue from our tickets and the revenue from our K-Fund. And those three things combined from Kroger and Rupp and our K-Fund have severely impacted our ability to function. And we want to make sure that we had a really good snapshot of that in 6 months in. We've got that. We released that to our board today, and you're looking at a net revenue loss of about $35 million for our program, something we're going to have to work in a variety of ways to make it to get completely whole. We've done a couple of things already. We took the 5% retirement costs cutting that the university put in there. All of our employees did that, so that has been something we implemented. Second thing we did was we reduced our expenses. Before the year ever began, we reduced our expenses by almost $10 million in our budget from last year, and we took some cost savings there. And then the other things we've done as the year has begun, recruiting has been in a dead period, and so we've been able to only recruit from campus. So there's been no recruiting travel, and we've completely revamped about how some of our teams have traveled, and so they have changed. Places where we used to charter or even fly commercially, we're now busing in some ways. And it's been a tax, it's been a challenge to our programs, but they've managed it and they have taken it on like champions, and I appreciate that. So we've made some adjustments. On the other side of that coin is some very significant expenses as it relates to COVID. The testing protocols and all the things that we put in place, Tom, have been really, really a lot for our program, and we're bearing those costs and working to try and get our arms around all those. Between SEC revenues, reducing our expenses, philanthropy, and continuing to find ways to walk through this pandemic, we'll find a way through our fund balances and some of the things. We've saved money over the years. We've done a good job of being able to put some money aside for a rainy day. This is a rainy day. It's a really stormy day, choppy waters, as we say. And so between those pieces and some guidance from some really strong leadership at the university with Dr. Capuleto and Dr. Monday and some folks, we feel like we can get through it and get to a restart on July 1 and have a chance to bring our fans back to our facilities.
And speaking of fans, what would you say to them as they kind of chart this course with you and go down this path?
We need you. We need you. We need your friendship. We need your support. Our student athletes miss you tremendously. Rupp Arena, Kroger Field, Memorial Coliseum, not the same when there's not thousands of people in there cheering for our fans, for our young people. They do a great job of encouraging. The home field, home court is not the same without our fans. And we've missed them. I hope they have missed the opportunity to be a part of our family. We need them back. In terms of physically need them back, emotionally we need them back, and we need their help. This is our classroom where we teach young people how to adapt and how to be flexible and how to be determined and how to find a way through difficult times. We do that all the time. This has been the most challenging of all of those lessons, and our young people have managed it incredibly well. And I would argue that we've kept them safer, we've kept them healthier, we've put them in a position to be successful, and although it is difficult, really, really, really proud of the way that they have managed it, and it will be a lesson that they will take with them forever.
A year unlike any other, and UK's been able to meet the challenges. So, Mitch, we appreciate the time. Happy holidays.
Tom, thanks so much.
All right, stay right there in our next segment on BBN Tonight. We're going to keep Tom Leach around. We're going to talk some UK basketball and football.
We're paying Tom double today. The voice of the Wildcats is going to share his thoughts on watching this team start 1-4 and the search for Eddie Grant's replacement. Stay with us.